In 1990, Pretty Woman wasn't just a romantic comedy, it was a cultural phenomenon. The story of a wealthy businessman who falls in love with a Hollywood escort touched hearts across the globe. The film turned Julia Roberts into a superstar and cemented Richard Gere's place as one of Hollywood's most charming leading men. But more than 3 decades later, how do the cast members of Pretty Woman look now, and what paths did their lives take? Let's find out. First, the heart and soul of Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts as Vivian Ward. In 1990, Roberts was only 22 years old when she skyrocketed to global fame with this role, earning a Golden Globe and an Academy Award nomination. Her smile and charm defined an era of romantic comedies. Since then, Julia Roberts has become one of the most respected actresses in Hollywood. From Erin Brockovich, which won her an Oscar, to more recent hits like Wonder and Ticket to Paradise, she has proven her staying power. Now in her mid-50s, Roberts continues to act, raising a family and living away from the Hollywood spotlight when not on set. She still radiates that same warm energy audiences fell in love with back in 1990. Next, we have Richard Gere, who played Edward Lewis, the suave businessman who finds love in the most unexpected way. Gere was already known for films like American Gigolo and An Officer and a Gentleman, but Pretty Woman made him a household name. In the years that followed, Gere starred in major films like Primal Fear, Runaway Bride, reuniting with Roberts, and Chicago. Beyond acting, Gere has been heavily involved in humanitarian and political causes, especially supporting Tibetan rights. Now in his 70s, Richard Gere still makes occasional appearances on screen, but spends much of his time with his family and philanthropic work. His charisma remains intact. Who could forget Barney Thompson, the kind-hearted hotel manager who helps Vivian find her confidence? Hector Elizondo played the role with such grace that it became one of the film's highlights. Elizondo has had a long, successful career in film and television, working frequently with director Gary Marshall in movies like Runaway Bride and The Princess Diaries. In recent years, he starred in the hit TV show Last Man Standing. Today, in his late 80s, Elizondo continues to act, bringing his signature warmth to every role. Vivian's best friend, Kit DeLuca, was played by Laura San Giacomo. In the early 90s, Laura was known for films like Sex, Lies, and Videotape, and of course Pretty Woman. After the film, she transitioned to television, gaining recognition for her roles in Just Shoot Me and Saving Grace. Today, Laura continues to act, often appearing in supporting TV roles, while also advocating for disability awareness. She may not be as high profile as Roberts, but she remains a respected actress with a devoted fan base. And then there's Jason Alexander, who played Edward's ruthless lawyer, Philip Stuckey. His sleazy and manipulative character was the villain of the story, and Alexander played him perfectly. Of course, the same year Pretty Woman was released, Alexander began his legendary run as George Costanza on Seinfeld, which made him a TV icon. Since then, he's worked steadily in television, film, and even on Broadway. Today, in his mid-60s, Jason Alexander remains active in the industry, often lending his voice to animated projects and making guest appearances on TV. Veteran actor Ralph Bellamy played James Morse, the wise and kind-hearted businessman who ultimately sides with Edward. Bellamy had an incredible career that spanned decades, including films like Trading Places and Rosemary's Baby. Sadly, Pretty Woman was his final film role, as he passed away in 1991 at the age of 87. His contribution to cinema remains unforgettable.